Standing strong, together we rise and we belong. Laying some roll around the corner. In our heads, we're so much stronger.
In our circle, the dream of a home isn't just within reach. It's attainable, personal, and deeply empowering. We are committed to standing by you as you turn this dream into a reality, supporting each step of your journey towards a home that mirrors your values, achievements, and aspirations. It will be more than just an address. It will be a foundation of a life rich in purpose, comfort, and fulfillment. We will be honored to work with you as you buy or build not only a home, but a legacy that will carry forward for generations to come.
Lifestyle is about freedom. The freedom to live boldly, to savor each experience, and to embrace all moments that make life truly rich and meaningful. It's a celebration of life's many facets, the pursuit of passions that ignite our souls, and the joy found in each discovery. We believe in the art of living fully, in filling our days with purpose, beauty, and small cherished moments that make each day extraordinary. Our circle's mission is to help every membership a life that mirrors their unique ambitions, aspirations, and desires. Imagine a life where the chance to explore places, to learn, and to grow is never out of reach. It's a life where each sunrise brings a promise to something new. Whether it's a distant destination calling, or a skill you're eager to master, or the simple joy of spending time with loved ones. This is a life filled with intention and wonder, where every memory is enhanced by security of knowing you have a partner by your side who believes in your dream as much as you do.
In your corner, standing strong. Together we rise and we belong. Laying some roll around the corner. In our heads, we're so much stronger.
Our circle encourages you to embrace each opportunity to live with passion, purpose, and to pursue what satisfies your heart. Whether it's a journey across the borders, an investment in personal growth, each opportunity to live with passion, purpose, and to pursue what satisfies your heart. Whether it's a journey across the borders, an investment in personal growth, or simply taking life to enjoy life's simplest pleasure. We are dedicated to making this moment possible because we believe that a life well lived is a life fully embraced, and it's our privilege to help make your journey seamless meaningful, and profoundly fulfilling.
Together we rise where we belong. Laying some road around the corner. And our heads are so much stronger.
Business is more than a pursuit. It's a calling, a journey that demands vision, grit, and a passion to create something meaningful. It's about transforming dreams into reality, having the courage to innovate, lead, and leave a lasting impact. With
Good afternoon. Good evening, members. Welcome to today's session. My name is Anne. I'll be the MC for today. Our speaker is Eric Shikanda. He will introduce himself, but before that, let's give those who are on the way like 5 minutes to join us. Then we can start. So as you wait for them, please tell us where you're joining the call from, and thank you very much for joining us this wonderful afternoon. I want to believe you are all well, you are all fine. So just tell us where you're joining the call from on the chat session. Then you can direct all your questions. If you have any question, you can direct them on the Q&A. Gerald, karibu sana, North America. Umeshaamka? Good morning. Karibu sana Felix. Babadogo is represented Botswana. Karibu sana Sharon. Welcome, welcome. Tell a friend, tell a colleague. Invite all those who are around you to join us. We have a very insightful session today. Everything about finances. Our very abled finance manager. This is his field, and he'll be able to take you through any question that you have today. So don't shy away or don't shy off. Just post any question you'd like him to tackle today. Post it on the Q&A section. And if you have any comment, or if you have any suggestion, anything that you'd like us to improve on, any feedback, please post it on the chat section. We'll be taking note of them. We have 4 minutes to go, and we're already at 137. Karibuni sana. Europe is well represented. Nanyuki, Onesmus, karibu sana. Onesmus, bring more people from Nanyuki. Mletendani is still on, so if you're introducing someone, please introduce them to the circle. Mletendani is still on, so they only need to pay a total of 7,400. Then you, as the introducer, you earn the 500 shillings. So bring your friends on board. Welcome your, introduce your neighbors. If you have a child who is above 18 years, we said Corner Circle is a community, and therefore we are recruiting everyone around us. Sarah Karibu, Kisumu is represented. Keep on, keep on. Introduce your loved ones. They only need to pay 7,400, where we have 1,000. Adede from Westlands, karibu sana. So I was just taking you through the process of introducing someone. So they just fill a membership form, attach a passport size photo, copy of ID, and a copy of KRA PIN certificate. then pay 1,000 registration fee. Minimum savings every month is 3,000. Then there's the share capital. The first payment 3,400. So if you introduce someone to the SACCO today and they pay the 7,400, you stand a chance of earning 500 shillings. And if you don't want the 500 shillings, we also have t-shirts. You can pass by our office if you introduce someone. Introduce someone so that you can earn yourself a t-shirt, a mug, if you don't need the 500 bob. Okay, so once you introduce someone, just let us know. When you pass by our office, you give us the details, we'll be able to award you. All right, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Tell your friends to join us so that they don't miss out on today's session. And I have seen people who are always joining us. Thank you very much for patronizing our products and services and also patronizing our webinars. Because from these webinars, you will never miss any information you need to know about the SACCO. We do products and services. We do budgeting here. Any information, anything you would like to know about Kona SACCO, you will get them from here. So don't you ever miss any session. If we call you for one, Karibuni sana. Ngong is represented. Vihiga, Diana, Machakos, Isli, Kiambu, Australia, America, Mbakasi, Northern Europe. Wow. Nanyuki. We have representations from all over. I've not seen anyone from well, our time is up. So for those who have not joined, they will join us. So I'll take this opportunity to welcome Eric. So Eric, karibu sana.
Thank you, Anne. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to our webinar. Today we are talking everything finance. And let me just share my screen as I introduce myself. So, Anne, kindly confirm you can hear me.
Yes, very clear. Your screen is also, we can also see your screen.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just to reintroduce myself, my name is Eric Shikanda. I currently head the finance department in the organization Kona SACCO. I'm also a certified financial coach. So it is a field that that I'm well familiar. So today we'll have a discussion. We'll be able to discuss matters finance. Finance is very, very wide. So we are going to see the areas that we are going to tackle, practical experience that you are going to have, and where we can be able to have the SACCO, where the SACCO can be able to integrate with our finance. It's it's basically personal finance management, general finance management, and what are the tips to financial freedom? So basically that is what we're going to discuss today. So feel welcomed, write your questions. We can be able to tackle those that we may not be able to tackle through this webinar. We can be able to, if you have your email, we can be able to share. So welcome once again. Financial freedom is a topic that we would it's all dear to us. Someone said that 90% of our problems can actually be solved by money. So meaning that money is one of the very key issues in life. I will just start with a quote, which is a verse in the Bible that says that, that's Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22, that says, a good man leaves an inheritance for their children's children. When he's talking about here, a good person or a good man, so it cuts across all genders. So we are tasked with the responsibility to leave an inheritance, not just to our children, but to our children's children. Not really debts, but inheritance. So we're going to talk about financial freedom. And in this case, it is a situation or finding yourself in a position where you have enough savings, enough investment, of course, cash in hand, to afford the lifestyle you want for yourself and family. This means that you got your savings and investments comfortably, that you can live comfortably without relying on a job or facing constant financial stress. So we all know one of the issues that we have as Kenyans, and I was reading somewhere that more than 90% of people who are employed, we're actually living check to check, meaning that we are one check away from poverty or one salary away from problem, or one sickness away from problem. So today we are going to just discuss and see what are the few tips that we are going to get, just will help us to move closer to financial freedom. The last time I discussed with members, it was about personal finance management, and we said there are 3 steps that we would take. That is for us to be able to get to financial freedom that you are looking for. There are basically 4 steps that are usually taken. That is earning, saving, investment, and manage expenditure. So one, you need to see if you have enough streams of income. And last time we were talking about, and we were saying that we need at least 6 streams of income. So I don't know how many streams of income that you have. Probably you can put in your chat, how many streams of income? Do you have 1 stream? Do you have 2 streams? Do you have 6 streams? So one of the challenges that we are getting is that even for us, as we try to manage expenditure, there's so much that you can do to manage expenditure. There are fees. You can take a child to a local school, but there's so much that you can do to manage. So much you can do to manage rent. So what happens is that you need to increase your income. So where you are at, what are some of the, you need to constantly look out of some of the areas that you can be able to increase your income, be it within the employment that you are or the business that you have, or be it other opportunities. Which business can I open? Which consultancy can I do? What is it that I can do just to increase your income streams? So we also need to save, and we said last time, we need to save at least 15% of what we earn. Now, savings, if you're not saving and you're earning, you are actually living paycheck to paycheck in a very, very dangerous way. And because we may not save all the money that we get, or 50% we get. What financial experts advise us is that we save at least 15% of what we earn. And then after saving, we need to invest. So saving alone is not enough. And the other time I was saying that having money staying in a current account in the bank is actually tantamount to losing that money, because the effect of inflation will actually erode the value of your money. So as you save, you need to invest, and you need to invest in places that are giving you returns that are higher than the inflation rate. You need to manage expenditure, because it doesn't matter how much you earn. If you cannot manage your expenditure or live within your means, it doesn't matter how much you earn. Quite a number of years back, I met there's some member that I met many years ago, This member's salary was only 12,500, but the member had managed to save 400,000, of course, within a considerable amount of time. But you see, this member, if they would have given their excuse that my salary is not enough, they would not have reached where they were, and they were able to educate their children in a good way. And of course, we've met members also who, and I've got friends and people who earn a lot of money, but they're still struggling because of the number 4, managing your expenditure. So let's dig deep into the financial freedom presentation. We have various steps. Number 1, you need to set your goals. You need to budget. You need savings. You need to invest, as I've mentioned, and something called debt management. The sub-topics, of course, are detailed on their own, and their topics on their own. Goal setting in terms of finances is really a big topic, same as budgeting, savings, and others. So today we may not go into very details about each one of them, but we are going to have an overview of all these 6 steps that we are talking about, or 5 steps that we are talking about. So the first step is setting financial goal. Again, in the chat, just note in the chat, just write in the chat, have you set your financial goal? Is it written anywhere? Is it you as an individual, together with your spouse or family? Do you do annual financial plan? Just take time and write. Do you do annual financial plan? Yes or no? Maybe we try. Maybe we've done it before and stopped. So the first thing that we need to do, if you don't know where you're going, it is very difficult for you to achieve what you want or to reach your destination. So what we need now is a plan. So the goals are actually the destination that we want to be. And that is where things start. So we see many people doing things, but you do not know where am I going? What goals have I set? So in the financial world or financial planning world, we advise people, 1, you need to create annual and long-term goals. What is it that you want to do in terms of financial plans? So we have goals that we say people to do at the beginning of the year. Do you do those that are related to financials? Specific, what are your goals in terms of this year? This is what I want to achieve. In terms of long-term plans, this is what I want to achieve. Do I want to own some property? Do I want to own a house? Do I want to payment of fees? Do I want to purchase an income-generating asset? So the first place is for us to set financial goals. We are living in very uncertain times. In fact, for people who are in Kenya, because I've seen there are people who are outside Kenya, and of course, because they are affiliated to Kenya, they are somehow affected by the changing times in Kenya. We live in very uncertain economic times. We have inflation. We have economic downtimes. We have things that are a threat to our financial health. So we need then to get prepared and also plan for any eventuality. Quite a number of years back, we thought that jobs are a bit stable. If I've been employed on permanent basis, I'm actually stable and things move on well. And we saw what COVID did. Even currently, we've seen industries actually closing in Kenya and probably relocating somewhere else. We've seen things that are affecting industries that we are in, financial industries and other industries. So how are you cushioned? In the financial coaching, we tell people that you need to have at least 6 months financial buffer to meet your monthly obligations. So if your monthly obligations are around 50,000 shillings, This includes rent and fees and transport. This is your monthly expenses. You need to have at least 6 months, 6 months worth. That is about 50 times 6. That's about 300,000 in investments and savings, just to ensure that you are able to be cushioned. So these are goals that have been, these are things that you can create a goal. You say that I want to have my buffer within this particular period. And then you decide where you want to live even after in retirement. In Africa here, there's been a tendency of us relying on our children as a retirement plan. So someone is educating the child and say, this is my retirement plan. So I read somewhere the other day is that this generation that is working now probably is the last generation that would that is supporting their parents. So the generation that is coming up, the generation Z and generation Alpha and these other beta, so it would be difficult for them. They will not feel obliged that they will help you in retirement. So what are your goals in retirement? So at this time, do you have a retirement plan? Do you know how much you're going to spend during retirement? And how much are you preparing yourself for? Probably you say that I've got pension. So how much is it going to be? What will be your monthly expenditure? How long are you estimating to live? So how much are you planning as at now? So you can set up the financial goals with your family and also yourself and see what is it that I can be able to do now on things that I need now and things I will need in short term and also long term. So one of the things, as we are saying, is that you need to find time and set your financial goals. So the other thing that you may need to do, the other thing that you may need to do is to monitor and maintain and monitor a weekly budget. Now, the topic of budget is very broad, and there are many schools of thoughts in terms of budgeting. But every school of thought agrees on one thing, that budgets are important, that all of us needs to make a budget, and preparing a budget is not the challenge. Most of the challenge for the people that we talk to, the challenge is usually monitoring the budget. So one, you need to establish how much income you have on a monthly basis. So the other day we were talking about budgeting with some people, and we are asking, do you know how much you earn in a monthly basis? And I was surprised, more than 50% are not even sure how much they earn on a monthly basis. And some of them are actually salaried people. Mainly because some salaries fluctuate because of commissions, allowances, and there are business people who do not have an idea how much the business is making on a monthly basis. So the first thing you need to do is to establish and sit down and calculate how much income do you have on a monthly basis. And in this case, you need to look at two types. If you're salaried, you need to look at what is my gross salary and what is my net salary, because we can only budget or we can only work with the net salary. So once you've known your net salary, let's work within that. So again, there are so many schools of thoughts on how to allocate the budget. Where do we put what? How much is it? How much do I need to pay for the house? How much do I, in terms of percentage, how much do I do for school fees in terms of percentage? Now, there are no right answers or wrong answers in this case, but just a question. We can put it on chat. What do we think is the average or the recommended rates, percentage of our salary do we need to pay for rent? What do you think is the recommended rate? Just type it. What do you think is the recommended? Is it 50%? Is it 10%? Is it 15%? So what is it? So you need to set a monthly budget within your income. So one of the challenges we are getting in Kenya, and we've all had, is that we are setting a budget of, let's say, 4.2 trillion. And we already know, even before we start the budget, that the amount that we are going to collect is 3 trillion. So even before you start, you already know that you've got a deficit, and this deficit has to be financed from somewhere. So in most cases, it has to be financed from debt, and this debt brings interest and it compounds. Now that is Kenya, but it's the same thing that happens to us. So you got your income that you've established in number one, but when you do your budget, you find that it has exceeded income. So, and something must finance that budget deficit. So this is just a guide. This is just a guide. 50, it was said 50, 20, 50, 50, 30, 20. And there are people now that are saying 60, 20, 20, depending on the school of thought. So 50 to 60%, depending on where are you for 50 or 60, 50 to 60% has to go to needs. Needs here is meaning essentials, as in these are mandatory. No way about it. These are things that have to be paid, and 50% of your salary goes to needs. 20 to 30% goes for wants. Of course, some people put this down to depending on your essential needs. If your essential needs are many, people will go up to 70%, then they will reduce the wants. So wants are between 20 and 30%. These wants are basically discretionary, including entertainment, dining, hobbies, and travel. And someone was saying, why do we need to spend 20% on wants? Now, there's a researcher who did this research and said that this 20% that you are spending on wants are sometimes what is giving meaning to life, as in it is the one that is motivating you to go to work. So if you are working and all of it you are spending on needs, you are not likely to be motivated to go to work, because it does not, though it has benefits, sometimes it is not said that it is said that it's not having direct, you're not enjoying your money. So 20% is usually is basically said for entertainment, dining out, hobbies, and travel. That does not mean that you have to spend the 20%, because it is discretionary spending. And of course, 20% goes for investments and savings. The slide that was there before, I said you have to save, then invest. And of course, you have to set system to ensure adherence. Systems such as ensuring that you don't walk around with a lot of cash. It reduces your expenditure. You don't walk around so much with monies that are in the bank. As I've said, current account, money that is in the current account may not really help you because they don't earn interest. Of course, review your budget regularly. And there are apps that can help you in budget preparation and monitoring. Someone said that one of the things that they do not want to be associated with accountants, or they don't want to be married to accountants, marry an accountant, do things about accountants, that these guys are walking around with a notebook writing everything that is happening. When they buy maize, they're going to write there 20 shillings on this. Now, we are not saying that, but we are saying that just monitor. There are apps that can be able to help you. So that's just an overview of the budget. Budget is wide. Probably we're going to find some other time to talk about budget. What are some of the challenges, even as we finish on the budget, what are some of the challenges that you encounter when you're setting up budget or monitoring budget? Just put it in the chat. What are some of the challenges that you encounter when you are doing budgeting, that you can be practical challenges that you can be able to assist? Now, the other thing that you need is to enhance savings in avenues that will help you, in viable avenues, as we are saying. Now, this just to give you an overview of circles, because we are in a circle and we can be able to inform you a thing or two about circles. When circles were being created quite a number of years ago, They were created to bring people of the same interest together to achieve goals that could be difficult for you to achieve on your own. SACCOs would be surprised that they were not even created for interest, but they were created for affordable credits. That I need to buy something, I need to buy land, or I need to pay school fees, but I'm not able to pay school fees with my money only. So I come together with quite a number of people that are in my locality, and I borrow money that we've combined. And so here we are saying that SACCOs were created for affordable credit. And in our SACCO, that is Corner SACCO, we actually have quite affordable rates of interest, rates of credit out here. So we are having our loans at 12% reducing balance. What that basically means, if you're having a 12%, a loan that is 12% reducing balance, that interest is not even 12%, because every month I'm paying less because the interest is based on reducing balance. If you do your calculation right, it ends up to being 9% or even less per year. Just a quick comparison, banks were offering, the other day were offering about 17%. Now, 17% is not even reducing balance. It's actually straight line, and it is based on the rate is not even fixed, it fluctuates. So we also have a rate, we have KMRC mortgage loan are at 8%. Where can we get that? So so these are affordable. SACCOs were actually created for affordable credit. And one of these loans, for you to be able to get loans from the SACCO, you need guarantors, guarantor deposits in the SACCO, or logbooks, or even title. So you can be able to get this loan, affordable loan. And of course, SACCO members are also customers, which is a very unique arrangement. Most of us in bank, we are customers. We are not members. Or some people have bought shares. Now they are members of that bank. So SACCOs, it is only the members who are the customers. Very unique. So even as you get affordable credit, you also get some dividends at the end of the year, which is double benefit. Again, SACCOs are safe avenues, which for savings which are not withdrawable. I've talked to many people in terms of financials and in terms of savings. And one of the difficulties that people encounter is the ability to be consistent and disciplined in savings. Now, SACCO will give you that platform, because the savings that you do on monthly basis, you are not able to access them on continuous basis. It's like, unlike bank, where you've saved some money and you can be able to access it anytime. So it gives you a discipline of saving, because there are some things that you may call emergency. They're really not emergency. It's just that I really want to use certain amount of money. So SACCOs give us a good avenue for saving and also saving for a particular venture. This can be FOSA savings accounts. And we've got several FOSA savings accounts that earn minimal interest, but they are helping us in saving, like Jaza Jaza children accounts. You're actually teaching your child how to start saving. And in fact, if you teach a child discipline, financial discipline when they are young, they'll be able to benefit, and they'll be able to get the discipline when they grow up. Someone said that the problem with us, we may not be able to save, is because we were not taught savings and financial discipline. And the first money that you got was in high school, and this is your money, and you don't know how to spend, you don't know how to save, so you just spend the money. So you can do a particular saving for a particular thing. There's a Jaza Jaza account that we offer. There are children accounts that we offer. Kindly get in touch with us. As we finish, Anne will be able to give you contacts that will help you. Of course, SACCO comes from common bond, meaning that you guarantee someone that you know. Meaning that when you're guaranteeing someone, it's very important for you to know this person, because in case of default, you will know where to get this person. SACCOs, again, are friendly and approachable. This one I'm telling you because they will help us to save, and they'll give you an opportunity. When you have a challenge in terms of loan, there's an opportunity to restructure your loan once in its lifetime, and SACCOs are able to help you on that. You will enjoy tax incentives. For us now, we do what we call, I usually advise people on what we call tax planning. Tax planning is tax avoidance. Tax avoidance is basically planning your finances in such a way that you pay less tax, but you're still in the legal, it's still legal, unlike tax evasion. So mortgage interest has a relief of up to 25,000 per month. Can you imagine that? And SACCO members can plan their last expense benefit. And if there's something, one of the things that will drain you financially, if there's a loss of a loved one, there is maybe God forbid you pass and you find that it is difficult for the people that are left. Our SACCO has offered an opportunity for us to be able to plan for that eventuality, because we've got a product, we've got an arrangement, benevolent. So if you need that, we'll be able to assist you on how you go about it. It has last expense benefit from 100,000 to up to 400,000. And of course, SACCO members can be financed to purchase household products and make the payment systematically. Now here we are saying is that you find a product, you want a TV. If you're buying a TV or whatever thing that you're buying a car, if you have not planned yourself, you will really mess up your financial plan because you had not planned yourself, and you'll sink in a lot of money at a go. Now for us, we'll be able to give you an opportunity. You get what you want and you pay it in installments. So this slide just gives you some of the people that we've partnered with in terms of products. You all know in terms of vehicles, shocks, springs, how much they can set you back. But you can have it in a planned way. You can have it in a planned way. The SACCO can be able to assist you. Hotpot appliances, these are household appliances. So here we are saying that part of your financial plan is also buying things in a systematic way. You have your plan and you will be able to pay it in installments that are able to be accommodated. The other thing about financial planning and for you to get your freedom, and this is very important, have assets that generate income. And this is where we are having people who are planning themselves. So you need to purchase assets that are able to generate income, meaning that these assets, once you accumulate a good number of assets on monthly basis or on regular basis, they will generate income that will make it possible for you to have that financial freedom. Because you will not really be dependent on your salary 100%. And as time goes by and you accumulate this income for a long time, you'll have what you call financial freedom. That in case something happens to my job, I've got assets that are bringing me income that is either equivalent or even more than my salary. And that is what we are saying down here. The plan is to accumulate these assets to the level that their monthly or their regular income matches or actually exceeds your business income. And what are these assets? They are investments, money market investments. They are SACCO shares, SACCO dividend, SACCO deposit. There are people who are getting millions in terms of dividends. If someone gets $1 million in terms of dividends and rebates, if you do $1 million divided by 12, these are people who actually it's like they're getting 80,000 or 82,000 per month. So you can be able to have it planned in a way that it will be able to earn you money market, shares, businesses. Open a business that will be able to assist you. Is it motor vehicle that you're hiring it out and it's giving you regular income? Is it rental? So you can be able to come to the SACCO, get development loan, and be able to start some of these things that with time, they will be able to earn you some money. And I've taken a lot of time here because this is where financial freedom really comes from. Because if you're buying assets that are not generating income, you're basically doing check to check. Because you are paying rents, you're paying rent, you're buying food, you're paying school fees. At the end of the month, you don't have any money. So, but if you have assets that are going to bring you money, the 20% of the 20% that we are talking about savings and investments, with time they can be able to give you good money. Now, on average of 10%, let's say 10% return per annum, 10% return per annum, 1 million, 1 million may look like a lot of money, but 1 million may give you an average, let's say, of, if it is 10% per annum, 1 million will give you 100,000 100,000 per year, which is around 8,000 and something per month. Those are the calculations that you are putting. If it is just 10%, so what do I need to earn 10,000? What do I need to earn 100,000 per month? Do your calculation backwards. And this is just one line of expenses, one line of income, that is investment income. As we said, you need more than 6 lines of income. So maybe one of these days we're going to have to find some time and talk about investing in assets that generate income. So the other thing is debt. Debt is a very big topic. We're not going to deal with it so much, but there are 2 types of debt: good debt and bad debt. Now, without debt, you may not be able to accelerate your investments. There are people out here who are able to accelerate development because of debt. You got the banks is a good flow of your income. You go to the bank, you say that I need to finance a certain building. The banks is the flow of income. They are able to give you credit, and you build that house, and the income from that house is able to repay the bank and also to give you money. Once you've finished paying at the bank, you're also having to have income on assets that probably you did not have a lot of capital on, 100% capital on. So you need to use debt. In fact, it is said that rich people are the ones who borrow, and the money they are borrowing are for people who have money but no ideas. And it is lent to people with ideas with no money. They don't have all that amount. So you need to use debt carefully, and you need to have debt at manageable levels to avoid the defaults. And debt must be channeled to well thought out plan. Remember the one that we said, set out your plan. So if that debt will be able to be managed and will support your plan, that will be a good debt. I want to finish by saying this. You must gain control over your money. You must. Actually, it's a must. You must gain control over your money, or lack of it will forever control you. So if you don't control how much you are getting, where am I directing it to? Am I buying assets that will eventually help me? You will find yourself being controlled by the lack of money. We've got so many people in the diaspora. There are so many opportunities that you can. We've got mortgage, and someone is asking about mortgage. There's so much opportunity on mortgage that we have. Interest rates that are very affordable. Get in touch with us. These are the numbers that we are available on and the channels that we're available on. In terms of loan, we've got a loan that is called Corner Loan. Corner Loan is a very affordable loan. It can help you in quite a number of things. So find a plan, find time, do your plan, and be able to increase the assets that actually will earn you money. So I will stop at that. I will take it back to Anne. We'll see if there are any questions that we can be able to answer before we close. Anne, back to you.
Thank you, Eric, for such an insightful session. So members, you have posted your questions. I believe we've answered the ones that were posted on the Q&A section. We have some comments on the chat. So I'll just go through them and read them out to Eric. Someone was saying here, you talk about good debt and bad debt. Good debt and bad debt, then if you know any apps, just like you've mentioned, that can help with budgeting, you can mention a few of them. Budget shortfalls. Meaning of, okay, someone is asking here meaning of corner. Another question on, please clarify the mortgage relief. Is it 25,000 or 30,000 monthly? Members, I'll not be able to read the comments. I'm only reading the questions that have been posted on the chat. So your comments, will take note of them. If I want to maybe open a business like in December, do I save in BOSA or FOSA to be able to access a good loan in future? You save in BOSA. Cannot access iConnect portal. If you're a new member, probably you have never logged into iConnect. Please, you can write to us, sacobd@safaricom.co.ke. Sacobd, that is BD is B for boy and D for dog. We'll share with you a form that you need to fill, or you can as well go to our website, cornersaco.com, under Corner Hub, then downloads, internet iConnect registration form. You fill it out, then you send to that email address. We'll register you so that you can be able to access iConnect. So I think, Eric, you can tackle those few ones before we get any more from members. I can see more coming in.
Okay, thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. I may not be able to promote any app for you. What I would advise in terms of app, because I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't want to endorse any app. Just go to the Play Store. You can be able just to get apps, and there are quite a number. So they will be there and they will be able to help you. Yes, just to clarify again, as from December 2024, yes, the mortgage relief moved from 25 to 30. Yes, just that's a good clarification. It was effective December 2024. The other question that I've seen, budget shortfall. How do we manage budget shortfall? Just redo your budget. If you can be able to cut the expenses that you can be able to cut, just ensure that you're within your budget. But most, as I've said, there's so much that you can be able to do in terms of expense management. The best way you can do is to increase your income. Try to find out what are some of the sources of income. What is it that I can be able to do? What is it that I can be able to do using my career? What can I be able to do using, what business can I be able to do? Start where you can. And there are many businesses that you can be able to start with very little money. And of course, you check on the risk. So just find out what you can be able to do with what you can, so that you may not be able to cut expenses as much. But the the discretionary expenses, you may need to be able to, need to be able to cut. I'm trying to see any other, how much FOSA can hold maximum. You can hold as much as possible in our FOSA. It will help you. So what you've said is that you can do, there are several savings accounts in FOSA. You can do with a plan. I'm saying at the end of this year, this is what I want to do. So on a monthly basis, this is what I can be able to I can be able to save on monthly basis because I've got a target. I've got a plan, maybe first year, year one or year two, or whichever period that we are talking about. I'm seeing quite a number of questions in terms of products. I think Anne can be able to help you on which email can we be able to ask these questions.
Okay, so we have a question here on mortgage. I think I'll be able to answer that. Let me get another one for you, Eric. We have a question on Cusco. We have a question on Kona. Kona will be able to answer. Okay, so the one for Cusco, how do we as savers continue to have confidence in SACCOs when we have the level of theft and corruption like we did with Cusco? So, Eric, maybe you can answer that.
Okay, let me answer that. Cusco, I'll just give a brief, like a minute or so. Cusco was an umbrella body that has been there for quite some time, and I think some explanation was given at AGM. And the organization had been there for quite some time. We had interest that we received and enjoyed for quite some time. Then there was adverse mentioning in the public, and that resulted to what we usually call in the financial world a bank run. A bank run is mainly the people that have invested with you, all of them coming for their money at the same time. Now, there is no bank that can survive a bank run, even the most stable bank, financial institution, because the monies that are there in the bank are never in the vault. They are basically with people who have borrowed loans. So there are quite a number of information about Cusco out there. Some of them are true. Quite a lot is not true. Were there mispropriety? Yes, there were mispropriety, and the government is the one that is now spearheading sorting out the issues. Yes, we've learned our lessons, quite a number of things that we've done since then. We've of course sorted out our investment policy on very specific areas that the SACCO can be able to invest. The regulator, SASRA, has also come in just to ensure that there's stability in the SACCO industry. So yes, unfortunate turn of events at Cusco, but it is something that it's something that the SACCO would not be able to get involved in again. Possibility, yes, there's some certainty of funds, probably a portion of the funds coming back, and that is what is ongoing. Because one of the challenges that we are getting is that the people who are peddling lies and information that is not founded are very loud in the media, and the real information or where the status is not really shouted. But what we are saying, yes, we made provisions last year, but there are lessons that we've learned, and this is something that we've already taken into consideration, measures to ensure that such a thing does not happen again. I think I'm done, Anne.
Okay, so let me answer the product ones, just in case I get anyone along the way. I'll invite you. So, hello, talk about construction loan, a stroke mortgage, requirements, and all it entails. So we have a mortgage. We have two categories of mortgages. We have our own, it's called Ustawi. And then we have the other category that we have partnered with KMRC, we call it Faraji for construction and Faraji for ready units. So the one for construction is the one that we have partnered with KMRC. So KMRC stands for Kenya Mortgage Refinance Corporation. So now under the one for construction, you must be having that particular piece of land under your name, meaning you have a title deed, and the title deed is on your name. Or we can also finance, buy, and build under construction. So when you have that particular piece of land on your name, we shall need BQs from you, depending on the type or the kind of house you want to construct. We shall need BQs from you. You must have saved with us for at least 6 months. You must have achieved or accumulated the minimum share capital, 40,000. You can be in business or you can be a member who is employed, and we have maybe a check-off arrangement with your employer. So the difference comes in if you are in business, the repayment period is up to 10 years. If you are employed, the maximum repayment period is 25 years, both of them depending on your retirement age at the point of application. For now, for construction, the interest is 9% per annum. Maximum you can access is up to 10.5 million. And yeah, those are the requirements. So the requirements when it comes to the loaning terms and conditions, if you're employed, we shall need pay slips, at least for the last 3 months. If you're not on check-off arrangement, for the last 3 months, your standing order, your bank statement for the last 6 months certified. We shall also need a confirmation of employment, maybe a letter, contract letter, or we give you a template that you can share with your employer to clearly indicate the terms of employment. So those are the main requirements for mortgage. So again, when you are planning to take up mortgage, there's also what we call stamp duty. So stamp duty you pay from your pocket. It is not included on the loan, though we finance 105, meaning other expenses like legal fee, valuation, those ones, it is included in the 105%. But stamp duty, you'll pay it from your pocket. So those are the terms and the minimum requirements that you shall need. Any other requirement, you shall be advised according to the application, if it is for construction or for ready units. Do you have mortgage plan for SACCO members? Yes, the one that I've just mentioned. We have for construction and for ready unit in under 2 categories. Corner loan payable for 3 months. Why charge interest for the second and third month? Okay, so corner advance is a loan that is payable within 3 months. So now for those 3 months, the balance will be earning interest. It is just like any other loan. It's only that now with corner advance, you don't need to fill application. You don't need to fill any application form, and you don't need a guarantor. So therefore, every month the loan has interest, which is applicable. So for example, the first month, you'll be charged 3%, which is upfront. So if you applied for 10,000, you'll get 10,000 less 3%. If you don't pay it within the first month, it will be rolled over to a second month where it will attract at 3%. If you don't pay the balance within within the second month, it will be rolled over to a third month. The third month, it will attract 5%. So that is how corner advance works. It doesn't mean that if we give you 10,000, you stay with it for 3 months and you only charged 3%. For those 3 months, if you decide to stay with it or rather to pay it within the 3 months, then every month has interest, 3, 3, and 5%. I want to buy land or car using the SACCO. I have 250K saved as deposit and 40K paid shares. I don't have a friend stroke guarantor within the SACCO. How do I go about it? Okay, so for the car loan, you don't need a guarantor. We will co-own the logbook. Once you're done with the loan repayment, then we transfer it fully back to your name. The same applies to land. You don't need guarantor. Okay. Please clarify on a mortgage relief. So mortgage relief, I think it is paid on a yearly basis, 300,000. So 300,000, which is paid on a yearly basis and not monthly. What is the limit that one can borrow to purchase income generating assets? Minimum. So the minimum that one can borrow to purchase income generating asset. So income generating assets. The question is not so clear, but I want to believe that car loan is a car is an asset. And if it's a land, then you want to maybe do farming. So for the land, we don't have a minimum, provided we can do valuation and see how much the land is costing. The same applies to car loan, but for the car loan, we have a minimum, which is 300,000, from 300,000 to 7 million. So those are there, in case you're asking about car loan and land loan, those are the minimums. Land, we look at the value. Once the valuation is done, for the car loan, the minimum is 300,000. Someone is saying I can't log on my Kona app. We'll first of all need to find out the error you're getting while logging in. So you can either call us or reach to us through sacobd@safaricom.co.ke. Because the information you have provided is not enough, and we would also not like, we wouldn't want you to display all your information here. So you can reach out to us. I haven't seen all those who were elected in previous elections. I am requesting also, where can I be reading audit reports and statements of financial positions? Why are they not shared via email? So we shared financial reports via email. So probably we just need to go back to your emails and check whether it went to spams. Then we can always send back in case you don't get. That means you're not getting our email. So you can reach out. We'll be able to share with you, but we had already shared through emails. Hi, was asking, when does member eligible to get dividends? When is a member eligible to get dividends? You are eligible for dividend provided you are an active member. You have bought share capital, you have savings. Whatever amount you have will earn dividends and will as well earn rebates, except when you join the SACCO in the month of November and December. For loans applied manually by filling the forms, how long does it take to process? Loans takes 3 to 5 working days, but we strive to do them within 3 days. So if you have a loan that has delayed, you can reach out to us. The credit part is well covered. Can a SACCO beyond the deposits and shares create other investment channels? Eric, I think you can answer that. The credit
Okay.
part is well covered. Can a SACCO beyond the deposits and shares create other investment channels, e.g. MMF, stockbroker, etc.? So Eric will answer that. Explain how dividends and rebates are calculated. Eric will also answer that. There was a period of several months in the past that I didn't manage to pay the minimum monthly contribution then. Now I have ability to. In order to get access to loans, do I need to pay for the months past or just continue paying my minimum monthly contribution? Continue paying for the next 6 months. You'll qualify for a loan, meaning you need to activate your account. I mean, when I'm deducted 18,580 and the figure is a combination of shares and loan, when I check the posting on my SACCO account, the whole figure is normally allocated to loan, and is my initiative again to start writing emails for the corrections to be done every month. What about the person that is not easy access to see those errors? We've noted down your name. It's good you have given us your full name. So we have noted down your name. We shall get back. We'll call you back and connect you to the person or the officer that is responsible. How to access self-guaranteed loan. This you can access just like any other loan. You either fill out the application form or apply through iConnect. So for the self-guaranteed loan, meaning this means that you have not guaranteed anyone, you can access up to 95% of what you have saved. We call it jiwezeshe at 10% per annum. So you need to provide your bank statement at least for the last 3 months and a copy of ID. iConnect is giving me trouble logging in. We have also noted your name, so we shall get back to you unless these are not your full names. The name is your name is a bit common. So kindly, if you can reach out to us via mail or call, please do so that we can sort you out, because your name is very common. We might not be able to get your full details. What is the interest rate for construction mortgage? 9% per annum. Anonymous. I took a development loan more than 5 months ago. It took 5 months to go through, and I paid so much to the lawyer. Question is, can I take another loan on top of this? My loan balance is just 1.5 million. This question is not very clear because I don't understand how the lawyer came in. Development loan, you don't need any legal fee. And if it took 5 months, we'll need to check whether you provided all the requirements. And because you are an anonymous attendee, there's no way we'll be able to get back to you. Kindly, you can write to us, saccobd@safaricom.co.ke or sacco@safaricom.co.ke or info@cornersacco.com. Please write to us. You've not given us any details. Can I know who I can contact to get a mortgage or development loan and construction loan? Is it for commercial? So for now, the commercial mortgage is not yet up. We have mortgage, we have development loan. So we have noted your name. I'll get back to you. Okay, I think this is the last one. Kindly advise who at the SACCO can we see to collect the title deeds for the Joska plots finished paying the loan a year ago. You can email email Sacco Credit Team with your full personal details. They will check and get back to you on when you can collect the title. How do I top up benevolent funds via the app or USSD? So via the pay bill, you can do 505100. Account number is your ID number with the letters BEN at the end. Or if you are on the app, for the app and USSD is not yet enabled for benevolent, you can use the pay bill 505100, account number, your ID number. At the end of the last digit of your ID number, you put the letters BEN, no spacing. For development loan, I needed a lawyer and valuers. The lawyer is the one who took my title deed when I took the loan. So the lawyer, okay. Development loan. Oh, you are using the title deed as security. Okay, sawa. Okay, so Eric, you can answer that, then we call it a day.
Okay. Thank you, Anne. 2 questions. Other channels in which the Sacco can get into, like MMF. Now, Sacco business is actually a very restricted area of operations. And Section 31 of the Sacco Act says that Sacco can only enter into businesses that are authorized by the regulator. So we may not be able to enter quite a number of businesses that every other person enters. And the regulator here is SASRA, which has given the areas that we need to. And under Section 38 of the Sacco Act talks about the areas and mostly surrounding investments in fixed deposits, investments in treasury bills and loans, of course. So the products that the Sacco can give are the FOSA products. So the FOSA products currently are Jaza Children, and should there be any other products that we come up with, most likely will be the FOSA products, where it will earn some bit of interest, so that you'll be able to earn to save for some time. So for MMF, we may not be able to enter into that. Dividends and rebates, how they are calculated in what we call pro rata basis. So we start from the month of December to November the following year. So the balance that you close with at December earns for 12 months, because it's been with us now for 12 months. So if dividends is at 9%, and you started the year with 100,000, that deposit that you end up with, you ended up December with, it is 9% of 100,000, that is 9,000. For it earns the whole year, so there is no proration, or it's prorated 12 over 12, which is 1. So the deposits that you are bringing in January, they will not earn the 12 months, they will only earn 11 months. So we will calculate, if it's 9% times what you've brought, let's say you've brought 5,000 shillings in January, 9% of 5,000, and then prorate it for 11 months. So we'll multiply by 11 over 12. We go on like that until the end. So that is how for deposits. For dividends, the same thing, but most of the time you find that people have already filled in the 40,000. So it becomes a bit straightforward. If it is 13% multiplied by your shares amount. But if you've not filled the 13%, the same way that if you've not filled the 40,000, what you've been contributing in the course of the year is actually prorated just the way the rebates are. So the reason why we are prorating is because this is the period in which the money was in the business. the money was available in the business and it was used to trading. So I think that is that, Anne. So otherwise, thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Eric. So members, we have come to the end of our session for today. Until next time, can stay alert for emails, SMSs, inviting you for our next session. And also any other information that you'd like to share, we do share them via email, via SMS. You can also follow us on our social media pages at Corner Circle on all social media platforms. From there, you'll be able to also get updates in case you're not getting any emails. But if you're not getting email or text, especially text messages, please check if you have blocked us, because what we send on email is what we also send via SMS. So if you're not getting any, you can always email us, then we see how to help you out or see what if we can check on anything that is wrong with your email. So thank you very much for honoring the call today. We wish you all a lovely evening. Until next time, bye-bye.
Believe in every entrepreneur, every visionary, and every innovator who sees potential and has a drive to make a difference. For those who dare to dream, innovate, and to build a business is more than a career. It's a legacy in the making. Imagine a circle where your aspirations aren't just supported, but celebrated. A community where your ideas find fertile ground to grow, where every step you take is fortified by a partner who values your journey. Here, your goals aren't limited by boundaries. They are encouraged to flourish, evolve, and transcend. It's a place where the drive to make an impact finds the resources, mentorship, and community it needs to thrive. Here, visions aren't just pursued, they are turned into enduring legacies that uplift communities and inspire the next generation.
Together we rise and we belong. Where your sun roll, we around the corner. In our heads, you were so much stronger.
We are here to walk with you on that journey, to fuel your ambition, and to provide a foundation for growth that goes beyond capital. Whether you are launching a new venture, scaling a growing business, or innovating in ways that uplift and transform entire communities, we are here to empower in every step you take. We are dedicated to supporting the builders, the creators, and the dreamers, the bold thinkers who redefine possibilities, drive progress, and inspire those around them. Together, we are not just building businesses, we are shaping the future. We are creating opportunities, fostering resilience, and contributing to a legacy that stretches beyond today. Because every business built with a purpose is a testament to courage, creativity, and the unwavering spirit to lead. And as you build your business, our circle is proud to stand beside you, helping you craft a future that enriches lives and strengthens communities for generations to come.
Together we rise and we belong. Where your sun roll, we around the corner. In our heads, you were so much stronger.
Education is a